This is more about living in the time of the coronavirus epidemic. White supremacy, white privilege. They make life more difficult, especially when you add male to them. And even more especially after you realize that what you really are is a nigger. And if you say anything about the China virus or the Wuhan virus, you are committing a hate crime against Asians and Asian Americans. This weekend, lots of people were out congregating without masks or social distancing. They are done with the epidemic and the restrictions. Opening day for baseball is a couple days off. Officials are pleading with people to remember that the virus is still with us. Their pleas are mostly falling on deaf ears. The result of this will be what? That a lot of people will get a little bit sick? Tell me why we are so blind to see that the ones we hurt are you and me. I heard someone say, right now, our entire lives are virtually online. Many states are easing their restrictions, going from mandates to advisories. Some states are saying it is too early, please don't do this, rethink it. And the PM, his husky voice overcome with emotion, begged the states to keep restrictions in place for at least a little while longer. We are getting there, he said, but we are not there yet. If the epidemic surges again, the PM will blame the trumpet, spring, and the states that backed off on the masks. At the top of the news is the Derek Chauvin trial. TV is covering it gavel to gavel, giving all those millions of people who are unemployed something to watch on their plasma TVs that they bought with stimulus money. The prosecution led off with the by now famous, uncut, 9.5-minute video showing Chauvin with his knee on the neck of George Floyd, who cries out, "I can't breathe," before he dies. There is great debate over exactly what that video shows. Someone said it will be a hung jury and there will be rioting. The boat blocking the Suez Canal has been freed. Normal shipping has resumed. We thought of a bumper sticker the other day. The Amish were right. At a time like this, when I've discovered that I'm a nigger, I think it's important to know how to be great. What does it take? So I read a book by, co-authored, Sandy Koufax. What a career. As he put it, 6 years of drought and 6 years of plenty. What marked the change from inconsistent flash to dominant master? First of all, almost by accident, because of a tonsillectomy, which restricted what he could eat, he showed up in the best shape of his life. And he had his mind right, too, determined to give pitching one last shot. He studied pitch-by-pitch stat sheets, charts of each game, and he could clearly see what put him into trouble, specifically where he needed to improve. Stay ahead in the count. He studied every batter, their tendencies and strengths, and he tried to achieve total concentration on every pitch. Pitching was his job, and he took pride in his work. He finally learned to listen. He learned how to learn. He learned to pitch. He learned to pitch better, and he learned that there is always room for improvement and that he would continue to make mistakes. He learned control, location, location, location. And he learned self-control. That is to say, he got better at it. Then he saw some success, and his self-confidence grew, and he became on many days, when the rhythm was there, almost unhittable, except for a few guys who nearly owned him. Finally, he worked up and down. The fastball rose, the curve broke down. He pitched until the pitching itself destroyed his elbow, traumatic arthritis, and he was forced to retire at 30 years of age. A meteoric career once he was able to get it started. He liked players like Maury Wills, who maximized whatever talent he had, all to the end of winning, finding a way to do it, tremendous willpower. He was like that, completely dedicated to the job at hand.